Was there anything else that ended up on the cutting room floor that you thought should have made air?
I think it should have. We talked about, before this all happened, we talked about, why they're here and the problems they can cause and what people need to do to help protect themselves from it. And like I said, I warned him about it, and
Doorbell.
Sorry, doorbell.
Okay. So, basically it was that sort of stuff, the information that people should have to know that it's not all fun and games and that these things mean business. And if you think that you have an issue, then you shouldn't try to rectify it yourself. You should find someone who knows how to do it, because if you don't, then you're going to have problems. I've run into so many people that tried to do it themselves and end up with attachments.
Or making it even worse.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, we know what aired. We saw that they had to have you come back.
Right.
And take Zach's hand and take it away finally. Because he didn't let you take it away the day before. Was that another day, or was that the same day?
It was the same day. He was gone for about 10, 15 minutes. And the producer, Colby, because I was getting ready to leave, said to me, hey, you need to, Zach's coming back. He wants you to remove it. I'm like, okay. Because I told Billy, I said, listen, I can take it away from a distance, and I'll do that. It's like before we started the investigation downstairs, from some of the things he has told me is like, oh, listen, what's down there? I said, yeah. I said, there's a couple of demons down there, an old one and what I call a lesser demon, not as powerful. It's like, well, we don't want you to take them out until after we do our investigation. And I knew it would be a couple days until, they did it, because they weren't going to do it right away. And I'm like,
they take at least 3 to 4 days from the time that they start the interviews to the time they actually do their lock-in. It's usually 3 to 4 days.
Yeah. So I said, well, I'm going to have to take it away no matter what. I said, so I'll put, they wanted me, don't take the demon away. And I thought to myself, I told him, I said, oh, okay. And then I'm going to myself, I'm not leaving this old demon. He's too powerful. I had him cornered in the corner of the basement, had him basically confined there. So I went ahead and removed it before I left. But I left a lesser demon to play with them.
Well, apparently he didn't want to play nice, but that was okay.
No, he did.
That's what they wanted.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. So I left him with the lesser one, and then I removed it. Once Michael told me that they were done, I removed it.
Are there other locations in the Astoria area that they didn't tape at? Because I don't want to give away anything that...
Yeah, they didn't tape at the Portway Tavern, which would have been an awesome place, because I told them, and they didn't tape at the Commodore. They didn't really go into the basement where I had to do another removal. When I went down, my friends were, Aaron and some other friends were there, and they said, we want you to come down the basement because it feels bad down there. This was in February when we were all there. I'm like, okay, I'll come down. So I went down and I sat there and waited. I said, there's a demon here. And they're like, and the next thing you know, they had one of the, the ovuluses down there. And it was one that cut out all the extraneous, white noise. And just after I said that, it said demon. Like, see, I told you. So I ended up removing the one that was there as well. But, they were down there messing around. I said, you don't want to be down here for very long with this thing. I said, I just need to take it away so that we don't have any issues. And so I did the removal there. But when they filmed Aaron and Christina up in the hotel, it was actually the same room they stayed in. He said, he said that he told them, I had an experience over at the Norblad, but they, that's when they found out that he was attacked and, his spine was grabbed. And he said, my life has gone to hell, blah, blah, blah. And all that stuff happened before I removed the demon that attacked him. So, but they made it sound like this is what's happened since then.
Right.
They didn't say anything about the removal I did there. See, it was all about, this is what happened to this guy and it's still going on with this guy, but it's not. So,
so most places, Ron asks, Ron's here in the peanut gallery and he asks, when you get rid of the demons, where do they go?
Most people ask me that. It depends. If I'm given permission to actually kill it, and they can die, then I do it with, I know it sounds hokey, but I do it with a white light sword. And once the sword slices through them, you can actually see their molecules be spread up into the stars. But for the most part, I'm just allowed to send them back into the darkness. One thing people don't understand.
So the question is they don't smoke out like they do on Supernatural then?
That's funny. I like that. No, they go kicking and screaming down below.
Oh, okay. Well, for a lot of people, their only comparison for demons is Supernatural.
Yeah, Michael taught me how to form what he calls a infinity orb. The orb is created from white light energy. And it's like, remember the old Superman with Christopher Reeves, where the second one where the bad guys were imprisoned in that flat thing, it came down and they were imprisoned in it and off into the blue. An infinity orb is kind of like that. It imprisons these things. Once I catch them and put it in here, I just drop it and it goes down into the darkness. Once it hits the darkness, it explodes and they're transported down there.
That's amazing. I would say I'd like to see it, but again, seeing how Zach whined like a baby afterwards, I don't think I could handle it. I mean, if a big guy like Zach can't handle it, I don't know if anybody like me could handle it.
Well, a lot of people that catch it on tape when I'm doing the removal because they couldn't believe it. It's like, because my eyes turn white and my face changes and my voice changes. But that's just Ariel coming forward. So, people freak out when they see it. But it's a good thing because if she's forward, then she's doing her job and she's removing this thing. And they're afraid of her. And so they should be.
I wanted to ask you, did you almost fall over laughing when Zach tried to say Aramaic?
Yes.
Okay. Because when he said that, I was like, he couldn't say Atchison. He couldn't say Belvoir. He couldn't, are they afraid to correct his?
They are very much afraid to correct him.
I said, when I heard him say Atchison one time when I was there, I looked at him and I go, it's Atchison. And, and I got this look from Aaron and Jay, like, you're not supposed to do that.
Like, don't do it.
It was like, I don't give a crap.
Right, exactly. That's the way I felt about it. It's like, you know what? This is the way it is. You don't like it? That's your problem.
That's right. Go away. And somebody just asked me if you were on YouTube, and yes, she is.
Yeah.
How would they find you on YouTube?
It's Ghosts and Girls Paranormal. And you can see the removals. I did a removal at Hampton Court in England a year ago with a friend of mine, Howard Hughes. He has the Unexplained Files.
Oh, not the other one.
Yeah, the one.
Different Howard Hughes.
Yeah, not the dead one. No relation. He's like no relation. But he lives in Berkshire, and so we were like, he said, "Oh, you've got to go see Hampton Court." I'm like, "Okay." The last full day I was there, we went to Hampton Court, and he's like, and he says, "Let's have lunch first." So we had lunch in the cafeteria, and then we go out into the main hall, and I look to the left, and the door starts opening. The wooden door starts opening, and stepping halfway through the door was Henry VIII. And he's like, the first words out of his mouth were "witch." I'm like, "Bite me." I said, "You're fatter and uglier than your portraits." and he slammed the door shut. Howard's like, "What was that?" I said, "Nothing, just Henry."
Oh. That wasn't very nice.
No, he was not a nice person.
Well, just to let you know, everybody, we're going to be having a break here in a couple minutes, so I'm going to keep her going for 2 more minutes, and then we're going to have a break. But if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, how would be the easiest way to do that?
Yeah, just go to demonseer.com, and you can fill out an email to contact me, and then I will contact you. I usually respond within 24 hours, 48 if I have, too many crazy things going on, but it's usually within 24 hours I get back to you. Since the episode aired, I've had a lot of people contacting me. They need help. So
okay. My question is personal. I want to know, how many nudes have you gotten?
How many what?
Nudes. Because when I aired, I got over 500 nudes in probably 4 days.
None. I think they're afraid of what I'll do.
I hope so. Because it didn't matter. It didn't matter if they were male or female, that I was married. They didn't give a crap if I was married or not.
Yeah.
I did a lot of blocking.
Yeah. I watch each and every one of them and do research. And if it's somebody that I don't know that looks suspicious, I just say delete.
Oh yeah, a couple of them I had to go, "Is that your thumb?" I mean, I really did. just to put them in their place.
Right. Let me have the microscope and tweezers, thank you.
Yeah. It was just irritating the life out of me, and I was like, "Really? You think this is how you're going to get someone?" So everyone, I'd like you all to come back and listen to us here on WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama, coming to you live from my cousin's house in Bristol, Tennessee tonight with the Peanut Gallery, and my wonderful guest, June Lundgren. Be back in about 2 minutes.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk, only on Paranormal Experience Radio. Broadcasting live out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Check me out on Facebook. Welcome back